It's longer time. Yay! Lager time. Poems, stories and thoughts. By me, Paul Cree. Who else?
Yes, greetings, bonjour, what's happening? Welcome to Lager Time. My name is Paul Cree. Lager Time is my fairly regular, pretty regular, odd week off here and there podcast where I share work that I'm working on, writing that I'm working on, poems, stories, thoughts. So today, slight break from proceedings or what I've been doing the last few weeks. So if you've been listening, I've been slowly going through my first book, The Suburban, and recording an audio version of that book. I want to make an audio album, so each week I'm sharing a couple of poems from the book. It's all quite old. It's going back, a number of years. So it's been a fun project to do. However, this week, slight change. I'm doing a gig tonight, adult entertainment over at Café Oto or Oto, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, in Dalston, East London, adult entertainment, tasty lineup. So I'm going to do a few poems that I'm potentially going to perform tonight. Pretty excited about it. It's a night that's run by Man About Town, James Messiah. Now on the bill, there's a few old faces that I've not seen for a long time. And there's a few faces that I don't know that I'm sure I'll meet tonight. So James Messiah is Letty Cole, Caleb Femi, Sean Mahoney. Those two I've known for a long time, particularly Sean. Madalena Avati or Avati, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Bridget Minamore, another old name. Bridget and Sean in particular did a lot of stuff with back in the days when I first started performing a lot. Did all sorts of those two. Large Up Rubik's Gang, Roundhouse Crew. There's Lyra Kellyman. Again, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Eva Gold, Paige Turner, and Koo Rowe. It kicks off 7:30. There's limited capacity. It's a free gig, but I'm told it's, I'm going to say sold out, but it's free. It's booked out. James Messiah is good at generating interest in poetry. I mean, sometimes it's quite hard to get people outside of the form to come and watch, but he seems to do very well in that. He's big presence online. He's DJs, does lots of cool things. So I'm excited. That's what I'm gonna do tonight. Another little bit of good news. So I mentioned previously, Bristol drum and bass producer Kimber, Kimbr. His EP is released today on Architecture Recordings. It's called the Becoming the Sound EP Volume 1. And it features a track with me on it, doing a verse called, the track's called In These Times. So it's a 5-track EP, the 5th track being the instrumental of the In These Times. So if you're a drum and bass head, Architecture Recordings is the home of a number of producers, but DJ Inc., as in Loxy and Inc., legends in the game. Nick is a very break-heavy, soundscape-heavy, Kimber is, break-heavy, soundscape-heavy, big production. So I was delighted to get my vocals on a track. Had a little message from DJ Inc. earlier. I was buzzing, mate. You may or may not know, but I started really MCing over drum and bass. Drum and bass and garage, but drum and bass was my main thing for a long, long time. So, it's been all these years later, and I've got a release coming out on a certified EP on a decent label. Chuffed, mate. So you can go stream that. You can download it on Bandcamp on the Architecture Recordings page. I think it's a $5. All the links will be in the podcast description, and then of course it's available on all the main streamers, Spotify and all of them. And while you're there, you might want to have a little listen to the self-produced EP that I put out this year, More 64s of Boredom, if you like rapping massive long verses, 64 bars. The verse In These Times is also quite long, but I think it's a 32 bars. But I wrote it specifically to the beat. But there you go. So exciting times. Now, other news in that I don't feel that good today. Now, yesterday, I was attending a engagement party for someone I know very well and I've known for a long time. It was a very lovely event. I saw lots of faces that I've not seen in a long time, or I don't see that often, and also new faces. There's a wedding approaching, so it was a nice little day. So it was in a pub, and it was in a pub garden. Now, and I had a few things I wanted to do last night. Now, as the name of this podcast suggests, and as you may or may not know, I am a fan of the lagers. So for the first time in my life yesterday, I thought it would be a sensible decision to drink 0% lager. So I had 2 pints of Sagres. That was it. 0% non-alcoholic lager. Now, as soon as I left that place, I went to get the bus, large up the 53 and traverse across southeast London. I felt awful, like dreadful. And it just got progressively worse. It was like I was hungover, or it was like when you do day drinking, something that I don't do that much these days, but I did do back in the day on a hot day. You just feel like really dehydrated and a bit woozy. God, I felt like that. But I was drinking 0% alcohol. And yeah, I just felt horrible. And today it's like carried into the day. So either the lager gods have smited me for going for the 0%, or I got heat stroke. We were sat in a garden. It's probably the latter, to be fair. But yeah, I don't feel 100% today, and I got to go do this gig. So I want to do these poems and get out. But so, jury's out on the 0%. Maybe it's life slapping me in the face for trying to be smug. Did everything right. Got the bus instead of the train yesterday. Saved myself a couple of pounds. Picked up a nice little pudding for my wife on the way home. But maybe life's like, nah, son, don't get ahead of yourself. But anyway, right, let's get down to some poems. I've picked out 4. Now, I've probably done these on this podcast before. They're reasonably old. But this is the vibe I'm going to go for tonight. It's a short set. There's a lot of readers. So here we go. Help self. Eat well, sleep well, wank less. Exercise, pray to God. Pray to your God. Pray to their gods. Don't have one, get one. Say thank you, take notice. Minor miracles, major miracles, mundane moments. Praise biscuits. Reflect, analyze and think. Imagine atoms and atomic energy. Laugh at yourself. No, really, laugh at yourself. You're probably a bit of a knob. That bit of a prick lives within us all. Keep that prick contained. Prick that prick when it talks, see above. Celebrate what unites us. Be wary of what divides us and ideologues disguised as saints. Duck xenophobes and globalists. Clothesline the lunch queue. Politicians come and go. Remember what got us here and who really owns the gaff. Who's renting? Manners cost nothing. Leave the manor and take a risk. Commit to doing things. Don't let me down. Talk to your feelings like you know them. Even that knob that lives within. Knobs have feelings too. Contradict yourself. Tie yourself in knots. Twist and turn. Work out how you got here and don't flip and do it again. Wow, there you go. It's a fun one. It's a little bit, but I picked that as an intro maybe. Not sure yet, because it's a little bit general stuff. But anyway, so then I thought I'd go into the more anecdotal ones. I like these ones. Life affirming moments part 2. Was walking back from the gym when some white boy in a tracksuit suddenly sprung out that corner shop. The one sunk in the wall like a cash machine. Had to break step. Almost lost my footing. Proper string this kid. Looked about 15. His head darts sharp to his left up the end of the street, where 2 other lads are stood on the corner, waiting. Kid in front of me holds aloft 2 plastic carrier bags, loaded with beers, like 2 prize scalps from a battle. He bowls towards his mates, and upon reaching the corner they excitedly look inside the magic plastic sacks, one of them pulling out a can and kissing it, as if his team just won the FA Cup whilst he warmed the bench. White boy walks off, shoulders swinging, mates in tow, victorious, a hero. For now. Wouldn't be surprised if later that night he got lucky again. Fair play, mate. That's a true story. It amused me, still amuses me. All right, topical one. This is a few years old. I think it was written in lockdown, but it's very relevant right now. It's called Independence Day. There's a big bleak-looking rain cloud resting over Plumstead, like those massive alien ships sitting above famous landmarks in big global cities, reminding me of how excited I was when I first saw the trailer for Independence Day, aged 13. Hopefully this cloud won't let me down as much as that film did. Yeah, there you go. Right, cut. Yeah, I've had enough of this heat. All right, it's just come bring the rain. And then lastly, I thought I'd finish with this. Kind of mirrors the vibe of the first one. There's two anecdotal ones and then two, I don't even know what you'd call it, these sort of general ones. My people. I like my people flawed, messy, confused, but imbued with principles they sometimes forget, but somehow still guide them along that wonky road. I like my people angry, anxious, unsure, with a sense of humour and the sense that not everyone thinks the same as them. I like my people to tolerate yours. Even if we think you're a bunch of knobs, there's probably something we agree on. I like my people to think a bit selfish but accommodate their fellow traveller where they can, knowing how the world moves. I like my people to enjoy a moan but still get things done. I like my people to make mistakes, but on occasion, look in the mirror and at least try and tidy the mess and not repeat those mistakes again, but probably make those mistakes again. I like my people to let their hair down, celebrate and have a laugh. I like my people to stand up when it really matters, hold it together when it's falling down, and when they're flat on their ass, get up and do it all again, at least slightly better than before. I like my people like this. I like my people flawed. How'd you like yours? And there you go. That concludes this week's episode of Lager Time. Kimber, Kimbr, Becoming a Sound Volume 1 for drum and bass heads. Track in these times, got me on there. It's out today, all streaming platforms. Also, look out for Dream Arts Rep, What We Do When We Can't Dance. It's heading to Plymouth Theatre Royal Tuesday. I think that's also sold out. But I don't know, there may be tickets on the door. It's also a free gig. But that's it. Enjoy your weekends. Stay cool where you can. And let's pray for some rain. Peas and taters, Paul.
It's lager time. Yay! Lager time. Poems, stories and thoughts. By me, Paul Cree. Who else?